So our massive nuclear power plant project is complete, but now we have to deal with the repercussions. Hello everyone, I'm Kibitz and welcome back to Satisfactory, where last time we were finally able to put our nuclear fuel rod factory to use and wrap up what was easily our biggest project yet. Our supermassive nuclear power project, which is now up and running with 160 nuclear power plants and producing an astounding 400,000 megawatts of power. However, power isn't the only thing it's producing. It's making 780 nuclear waste per minute if running at full speed. So we gotta figure out a solution for this immediately. And what you need to do immediately is leave a like. Helps me out a lot. But yeah, from pretty much the end of the last episode when I was recording the outro, we made over 2,000 nuclear waste with this thing running. And it's not even running at full capacity yet. Like, oh my gosh, it is going to be a very big problem that we have to solve very quickly. However, there are some things we quickly need to talk about first before we figure out a nuclear waste solution, and that is the new update coming very soon, update 3.5, which if you haven't seen, is gonna add in a fluid packer, which pretty much takes out the need for refineries to pack and unpack fluids, so that is huge and so much better for the game. And also, they're gonna be adding in more bounce pads, along with a few other quality of life changes. And that's what we know so far, at least anyway. And for a more detailed analysis, I kind of go over the trailers over on Twitch, so follow me on Twitch. I'm live every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. But yeah, I got a ton of comments about, oh no, Kibs, this is gonna break your factory. What about the, like, hundreds of fluid packers you have in your base? Well, they would have broke, and I was pretty freaked out about this. However, in a live stream that they did, they confirmed that the refineries will still work to pack and unpack fluids. So that existing refineries in your worlds will be like grandfathered in to have this recipe still working, but then new refineries you build won't have this available. So yeah, really everything's just gonna get better. Old factories will be fine, new factories will be even better. It's like, yeah, perfect solution. And then that is pretty much all we know so far. So we will see what happens with future things. I am kind of hoping they do something like add in a Mark II pipe or like a new pump and we could tidy up our nuclear setup a little bit more, but we'll see. Honestly, I'm just excited for any update to like this game because holy, it's been so long. 2020's been a rascal, eh? But it's nice to know the developers are able to keep moving and grooving. And speaking of moving and grooving, we gotta get going on this project like immediately. So we literally just checked like a second ago, and we already got another like 300 nuclear waste. So yeah, we gotta find a solution for this, and we need to make an emergency solution for this too. So we will be making thousands of nuclear waste per hour very soon, especially once we turn on our whole factory. So we need like a backup emergency solution, and we need a permanent solution. So that means we need a nuclear waste storage that can scale infinitely, and then we need some other place. So let's find like a temporary solution right now because this bin's gonna fill up in like 5 seconds here. And then we'll start work on the permanent solution. And I have two ideas for temporary solutions. Both revolve around caves in the desert here. So, bit of a nostalgia trip, but into the Kibitz cave. Wow, we're back. It's been a while, eh? This is where we set up our first like temporary bases and did our initial research. Oh, the memories. Did I forget anything in here? Nope, cleaned right out. Oh, and this is what I wanted to check on. I thought there's a little way underneath the map still here, but it was patched. I suppose that's for the better though. Okay, well, then this cave is way too small for nuclear waste. But you know what, that's fine. I have a better place in mind already. Way back here in like the back corner of the desert, there is a pit. I'll show you on the map here where exactly it is. Underneath my like character model, there'll be like a little like lake water looking thing. And that's how you get into this cave, but it's very good. because it's huge. It's like a 2-part cave. So we have this initial part where we just jump into, and then down here, it's just this perfect, massive, square cave. It's literally perfect for nuclear waste. Literally perfect, except for the Spice Boys. Excuse me, sirs. Excuse me, sirs. I saw something up here. Oh. Well, even better than I expected. There's a nice little way underneath the map from here. Interesting, very interesting. So we could just have all the nuclear waste come through here, and we could build just outside of the map. But honestly, it's kind of a boring option. Like, I'd rather have the nuclear waste be an actual problem. Number one, it's just fun to deal with. And number two, there might be, like maybe, like a 1% chance, there might be a use for it in the future. And if that's the case, we would like to keep it. All right, goodbye, Spice Boys. Let's rock and roll. So, I don't know what we're gonna do for a permanent solution right now, but immediately we gotta get some solution going. So, let's get our wacky stick and maybe our shooty shoot, run down there, clean out that cave, set up some bins, and start dealing with our waste problem here. Yeah, the more diddling around, the more waste. Another 200, and that's not going anywhere ever. So, excuse me, where are you guys at? Hello? Oh, there they are. I would like you to please move out. I have a large dump I need to make here, okay? It's just toxic. Only be toxic for a little bit. You can move in, you know, in another 10 million years or so? Yeah, it'll be great for you guys. So thank you for your cooperation. Oh, and even a gift of your organs, I'll take that too. And of course, we can't build on just the filthy ground. No, we have to have the cleanest waste dump in the world. So of course we're gonna be building a platform for all the bins. And then once the floor's all done, we just have to stuff as many bins as we physically can in here. Like, if we could get 100, I'd be very pleased. Well, good news, everyone. But guess what? We got over 100 containers in here by some miracle. Well, it wasn't a miracle. Well, we're able to fit in 58 large storage containers and then 58 normal storage containers. So it's not like perfect, but you know, it's over 100 containers. So we take those, brother. And yeah, pretty much all of the nuclear waste will scoot in through here, end up going over to this side, winding all the way through the bottom layer of industrial storage containers until it's into that back corner over there, where it will then go up and then go through all of the small storage containers. So this is a decent chunk of space. It'll last us a little while, and I did the math on this too. And knowing that the big storage containers can hold 48 stacks and the small ones can hold 24 stacks, we can hold 4,176 stacks of nuclear waste in here. Sounds pretty good, right? Well, yeah, if the nuclear power plant is running at full speed, this will last only about 40 hours. So, yeah, it works, but you know, not forever. So what I did then is with the entrance here, we also will have like an exit for the waste. So we'll bring a bunch of nuclear waste in here and then we'll have it leave soon. Also, I did a little bit of design work and I've tried to make this look like a silo. Like kind of like a nuclear missile silo, where it's just a bit of industrial stuff around just a pit. And then everything will end up going into the pit. And later on, we'll probably paint this too and make it look all spicy and cool. But first, I just want to get that drainage pipe thing online here too. Okay, so that's all hooked up now. We're good to go. Now we just need the nuclear waste in here. But I was thinking, since I do want to decorate and paint this, it's like we probably should do that before bringing over the nuclear waste. Probably the best idea. Yeah, as for the design, we're gonna still keep it simple. Like, I still want the siloed look, so we're just gonna kind of round out the corners here, just by adding in a couple ramps like so. And then the painting might be a little difficult. Let's just try a few things. Make the whole thing yellow first and see if the black kind of floats her boat. Yeah, and that's a negative Ghost Rider. That looks a little too obscene. So let's try and mix it another color, just matte black. Maybe we could just have a black border on this. Yeah, no, that looks like just weird. What if it was all black? Super duper weird. It looks like the entrance to a secret lab, not like a bunker thing. I suppose I'm just gonna make like a pattern with both the black and the yellow. Ooh, yeah, something like this. Dude, okay. I think we got it. It kind of looks like a target, but it's not like so blindingly yellow that, you know, we blind ourselves. That looks good. We're gonna rock and roll with it. This a lot, yep. And with that, that means that this is done, and we can bring over our first bit of nuclear waste. Okay, finally, after long last, all the infrastructure's built. We're ready to send this stuff out. We managed to get 6,450 nuclear waste while I was recording here. Oh man, it builds up fast. But we should be okay for a little while at least now. Oh my gosh, I built that bin perfectly. I don't have my jetpack! Okay, let's try that again. Now we know we don't even have to be up there. We'll just bring this on down. Are you kidding me? Great. Now we have nuclear waste in our inventory. Cool. Oh, all right, so hopefully this situation works out. We have 35 nuclear waste in our inventory. Cannot be destroyed, fix it, does not waste. What are you, it's ridiculous, we're making waste. Of course you can waste. Let's just set up a bin. By the way, some people are wondering, can you send this into the awesome sink? And the answer is no. There's no way to get rid of the nuclear waste. It will stay spicy forever. Okay, off you go. Is that actually connected, or is this like a meme? It's a meme. And that problem solved. Now everything will end up in the pit. And with that problem temporarily out of the way, we can actually start on our main nuclear waste dump. Oh, but wait. There's something super important we have to do first before our main nuclear setup. First, we just gotta disconnect you. Then a couple over this way. And then fudgered it just right. Perfect. All right, now we can get to our main nuclear waste setup. Number one is I don't want the nuclear waste leaving my desert biome. So I'd rather keep it at least relatively close by. So one option is on top of these cliffs here, which would be kind of perfect. However, unfortunately, on top of the cliffs, it's like undeveloped land in the map. Like there'll likely be an update that makes this area of the map much more interesting. So I don't want to have nuclear waste there and be unable to explore it because, you know, it's irradiated. I was considering putting nuclear waste here, just like way deep in the cliffs, because it's not like I could build anything out here, right? But then there might be new nodes that are added out here too, like spicy nodes. Like I could imagine like a bauxite node right there, or like an update just adds a new like different type of ore there, because you know, new updates might add in new ores. And the place that we choose for the nuclear waste is gonna be permanently unavailable. Or I saw this comment a lot, but there's technically a third option, and that is with the trucks, we just load up all the nuclear waste into a truck and then go right over the edge of the map with it, and it's gone forever. However, there is still a little bit of a problem with that, and that is that the trucks don't like disappear when you drive them off the map. They just fall forever, and they stack up and they cause like permanent lag into your world. And considering how much nuclear waste we're making, yeah, that's not a good option. Also, it costs a lot. Like the trucks, they ain't cheap, man. Not an option. Oh, another solution that was proposed in the comments of the last video was that I should just have a giant floating platform way like up at the sky limit, right in the corner of the map, like a star almost it would look like to us for the nuclear waste. But yeah, it'd be like a super eyesore, and yeah, I'm not down for that. However, there is an option that I think will kind of check all of our boxes and work out pretty well. And that is just making something like we just did, like the nuclear silo pit, but right over here. because right over here, there just so happens to be this nice little platform down there. There's nothing on it right now, so there is a risk that we could be covering like a future node. I'm willing to accept that risk and turn this into our permanent nuclear waste dump. And also, I kind of want to make it look like a gulag, or like, yeah, like a gulag pit. So you'd walk in, and there's like a central pillar that distributes everything, and it goes off to all the cells. Like, I'll just put an example picture up here. So yeah, it's something like that. I just really like how that design looks. And also with this, we can start it as a pit, so like we just build out from this height, and then we can extend it and make it like a tower in the future. That would look really cool. Yep, I really like this idea. So we're gonna rock and roll with that. First up, I'm gonna set up some infrastructure so we can get back and forth quick, and we'll get started. Righto, so we got the gear here, and I leveled things out properly, and this is gonna be a pretty straightforward project. Again, it's just a pit. Main things are just gonna be the subtle details. Since this is like a dump, we don't want it to look super extravagant, but you know, you gotta have a little bit of style. The main thing is going to be the center of the pit. So we're gonna have floors and floors and floors and floors and floors of bins for nuclear waste. And then we're gonna have some central thing to distribute all of that waste. And I don't wanna do something like just a normal elevator with like the conveyor walls and stuff. Like, we've been there, we've done that, we've organized things, yada yada. I wanna do something a little crazy, you know? So I'm gonna give this a little while, go kinda try hard with it, and see what I can come up with. Okay, and I might have gone a little too try hard, might have gone a little too crazy with things. Some of you guys might like it. Most of you will probably call it a spaghetti mess jellyfish, but you know what? I think it looks pretty dang cool. Check it out. And this is it. This is our great centerpiece of aesthetic art, our beautiful conglomeration of belts that will distribute the nuclear waste throughout this horrible, horrible place. So all of it goes through here, goes through the great spaghetti, and goes off to each of the floors. We got a ton of floors, we got tons of spaghetti, and this should look so cool once we actually have some nuclear waste going through here, because it contrasts so much with the belts, right? And yeah, it's different, definitely different. But you know, I gotta be honest, I freaking love it. Like, especially from some certain angles, like this one I just got to, like, dude, this is amazing. It's so different, it's so wacky, it's so wild. Yeah, I vibe with it, brother. I vibe with it. So we're gonna continue on building then. So next step is, well, I don't know, decorating, I guess, putting in some bins and figuring out what to do for the top decoration. Oh man, and a second big reveal here, guys. I've worked at this for hours, many hours. Went through a variety of different designs. And you guys are gonna laugh at what I created. Matt. Just this brick, you know, just this. I tried to do some kind of crazy like Greek pantheon design with like a bunch of pillars everywhere, and I kept running into the issue of it looking too good. Not really, I couldn't figure out a good idea. But I didn't want this to look too good either though. Like again, it's somewhere you don't want to go. It's a nuclear waste dump. It's supposed to look foreboding. So I kind of looked up like Russian, like Cold War architecture, and I was like, all right, this kind of works out. And yeah, it's gonna house our main thing here. I just built half the interior room as well, where we just have a walkway up above here with some pillars underneath supporting it. Really just to get our cool view of the centerpiece. That's really all it's for. And yeah, I started with these pillars here, and that's what got me on like the Greek idea. And then I was like, no, scrap like 1,000 ideas, and now we have our brick. And you know, it fits thematically too with our world. We have a very brick, kind of foreboding world with all of our creations, and this fits right in. Definitely a lot more plain, but again, didn't want a lot of detail. But I did add a couple cool things here and there, like this cool pillar top just here to make the little pillar here look a little bit more interesting, adds a bit of color to the entrance. I actually used glass Who is this guy? I know, right? And yeah, try to do a little something around the sides. And now that we have the outside design and the inside design, we're just gonna cover this up with like, I don't know, some kind of interesting-ish roof. Maybe we'll make it glass. And we're not gonna make it like a modular design. We're gonna cover the building and kind of finish it off. If the time comes where we need to expand it, like, come on, it's a brick. You just put another brick on top of the brick. It'll be the easiest thing in the world. Not even an inconvenience. So yeah, I'll quickly just finish this bad boy up and boom, we'll load it with all the nuclear waste in the world. All right, and big finale. Are you ready? Are you ready to see the interior? Oh my gosh. Is that glass? More glass? I can't believe it. Kibitz reformed, question mark? Well, guess what? I didn't only add glass. Check it out. I painted all the things just so all the nuclear waste would stand out more. Isn't that freaking cool, man? Painted the pit, added in some walls to give it a little bit more spice, because I started adding in all the bins and it kind of looked a little too busy. And the walls still do a little bit too because of that little white mark, but overall, bruh. It looks too good. I should have done less. Dang it. That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. People will see this exterior and be already put to sleep. They won't bother to check the interior. So all good. Looks fantastic. I think we are ready to check on the nuclear waste and move and groove it over this way. But first off, let's see how much nuclear waste built up in our first little bunker here. I am so curious. So I've been working on this episode for probably, I don't know, like 12 plus hours. And I'm so curious to see what the waste situation is like. Leave your guesses in the comments below. I'm thinking like 20,000. And obviously we're gonna have one full bin, right? You better believe it. 12,000 nuclear waste. Fun. Oh, we have 2 full bins. Okay, so 24,000 nuclear waste. Oh my god, okay, good. 24,000, so 27,700 nuclear waste. Pretty much 28,000 nuclear waste. Wow. Well, that's pretty spooky. Good thing this is only temporary, because like, oh my gosh, like, it'd be a couple more episodes and then this would be filled up. Probably about 5 or 10. Depends on what, no, definitely considering the projects we're gonna be starting after this, like supercomputers, turbo motors, they're gonna be insane. And also, we're gonna be making even more nuclear waste because our factory's pretty much idle right now in terms of production. And once we're done, like all of our big projects, we're gonna be probably using like 100,000 megawatts, at least. So good thing we've already gone through everything now. So, it's time. You cut off, and you are going over this way. We did pick up 1 nuclear waste. You can go into there. We'll reroute everything from the first bunker area to the new place. But before that, I just want to see everything distributed through the crazy jellyfish, man. And honestly, it's just kind of neat seeing everything go into like this tomb. It definitely looks like a tomb. Definitely got those vibes. Yep, all the nuclear waste goes in. We don't even get irradiated while we're standing here. Perfect. And then into there. Where at some point after spinning through like a million different things, it ends up going across one of the bridges and away forever. Dude, and this is exactly what I wanted to see. It's like the nuclear waste randomly goes throughout one of the bridges, so all of them are active. Oh, and another little detail I added, but just to make things look a little more interesting, I added bins with little belts just in front of them, so the nuclear waste shows up right in front of the window. So we'll see nuclear waste popping up all over the place, and dude, it's gonna be the best. I'm actually so happy with this project. It turned out really well. I'm sure you guys are gonna have your opinions about it, but you know what? I'm happy with it. So I hope you are too. Anyway, take a good last look at it because we are done with this project. And pretty much done with nuclear waste forever, unless something goes catastrophically wrong. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed and thank you for watching. But have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.